It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Only one of these teams will earn a shot at the Lombardi. The AFC title game is underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Slated downs to approach here from the 40. A quick throw completed out to the left. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Taylor now up the middle. Has some space inside the 15. It's an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. So a picture-perfect way to begin this ball game, Brock. Their opening drive ends in 6.
Yeah, no question about it. That's how you do it. You work all week to script out the opening drive, and it's huge when it pays off like that.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all. But now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Tagovailoa on first down. Pickman's got it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Jalen Waddle. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They can revisit that play in the future.
3rd and 2. Now Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And the deficit stays at 7.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Check.
A-Chain on the inside give. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All right, all set up now. First and 10. Here's A-Chain up the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Now a handoff to Taylor. And he's brought down for a loss. That play made by their rookie from Michigan State.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
No. Ready.
Running left, here's A-Chain. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
So we're through one here in the AFC title game. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. Time for the second quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Come on.
Taylor again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
3rd down run from A-Chan. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Give him 3 on the play. It's going to be 5 to go on 4th down. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. It sails right through a beautifully placed football.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. Oh, he put everything he had into that. That's grabbed inside the 30. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Dolphins cut it to a field goal game. Raleigh set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Alert.
Here's a handoff for Taylor. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
To throw, Richardson. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
3rd down, 1 yard to go.
Bronco switch. Set. Ready.
Trying to pick it up here with Achane. Juke the defender. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Lone man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Ready.
This is Taylor. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he gets some good yardage down to the 42. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Go. Ready.
They go again with Taylor. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Cap alert. Cap alert. Go.
1st down, and they go right back to it. In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Set.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Indy. The Colts trying to make some noise before halftime. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Handoff running left, Achane. He finds space into the red zone. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts grow their lead just before halftime. Devon Achane with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there. Brock found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. And it bounces out of bounds for the touchback. So no harm, no foul.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
1st and 10 now from the 30. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. From the 37. Got a man, it's Thomas. They'll get 18 yards there. And it'll be first down, Miami.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Tua now from the gun. And the man is there to knock that away. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now it's 2nd down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing again here on 2nd. Tagovailoa. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why Scott's talking about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Man in motion here. Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. That's caught for the first. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Big play sets him up pretty here with first and goal from the 5. Here's Chubb. Has the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins make it a one-score game before halftime. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. That's caught. Devon Achane. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. First and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He throws a bullet to the second. He's got it inside the 25. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Richardson now on first and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts will add to their lead at the end of the half. Gay to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. We send a man in motion. Back to throw it. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. That one intended for Jalen Waddle. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Escapes a defender. And the Colts are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Chubb. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, that's a tough one because you can see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Motioning one of the tight ends. Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. Gun, Tagovailoa. That's Thomas. He's got it. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, here's Tua. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes this inside the red zone to the 15 before going out. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Working inside the red zone. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. It slips through. Second down coming up.
I just hate that. I just hate to see that. Everything on the play was done so well. Everybody did their job. But you got to finish. You don't get many chances to make that type of play for your team. You got to come through on that touchdown.
Connect on first, it's second down. They've got a man in motion. Here's Tua again. Called in by Waddle. And he's brought down at the line.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Again, it's Tagovailoa. This throw is cuffed. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Chubb. Can't push it across. They make the stand. It looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, that came at the perfect time.
Thankfully, not a big loss last play. They're at the 2, second and goal. Chubb trying to run his way in. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up third and goal.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with a loss, and make a difficult fourth down decision.
So now, here's third and goal. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up fourth and goal. Tough to blame him for that drop, Rock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
For the second time today, they're going to run the kick team out for the field goal. It's a chip shot, this one straight ahead. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
Here in the third quarter, he gets a chance to make up for the miss on his first attempt of the game. This time, Well, he is totally dialed in, and he gets this one to count.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. This finds Mitchell, complete. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he takes it in for the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts push their lead further to start the half. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. Gay with the point after. And the Colts double their lead to 14. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
They're on the 30-yard line.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it was such a privilege for me living up in the Pacific Northwest and covering the Legion of Boom. But when I see a play like that, all I see is number 25, Richard Sherman. Yeah, he could run his mouth and he could talk with the best of them, but he walked it with tackles just like that.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, Tagovailoa. A throw right side finds Pittman.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
On to punt on 4th down, it's Bradley Pinion. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Colts will take over. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go now.
They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Only one frame remains before we see who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. It's Colts football, and they know they're only 1 quarter away from advancing here. Second and 6 coming up here.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
Achane again. Up to the races, middle of the field. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Devon Achane with the touchdown. touchdown. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Colts stretch their lead to 21. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Chubb running out of the gun. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Motioning the tight end now. Here's 2nd and 5. That's to his back, Nick Chubb. And he's brought down for a loss.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Tua now from the gun. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over after the interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down carry for Taylor. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
And now Achane. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Go ahead. Find me an offense that won't take that type of efficiency on every snap. Listen, it was good execution, a quality gain, and it moved the sticks.
Taylor now up the middle. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
And they'll stop him after a short pickup to the 24. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Has a big hole left. And he's finally taken down at the 7-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
They had the 1st first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Taylor. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts about set to celebrate this win. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Taylor will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. The screen pass falls incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they're left with 4th and goal. Here's Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. Up and good from Fairbairn. And the advantage now sits at 24.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Brought in right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. New set of downs for him at the 38. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Caught, nice gain left side. He winds up out of bounds, but things not settled yet, so we've got a flag down. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10 now. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Throwing again here on 2nd. Tagovailoa has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Chubb will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They try Chubb again, and they've got him behind the line for a big loss. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins making the scoreboard look a touch better. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. Tagovailoa will look to throw. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And that's covered up by the Colts, and that should be our final highlight from this one.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He's down to a knee, and they have done it. They're going to be playing in the Super Bowl.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt Trophy high as champions of the AFC. And that earns them 2 more weeks of football until they head to the Bayou and fight for a Super Bowl.